Okay, dear students, we will continue our lecture of evolutionary biology. So last time we have seen the significance of fossils, either complete or incomplete fossils. Now we will continue the next topic. So the study of sta- stratigraphy or stratigraphy enables scientists to determine the age of fossil if they know the age of layers of rock that surround it. Biostratigraphy enables scientists to match rock with particular fossil to other rocks with those fossils to determine age. Paleontology seeks to map out how life evolved around geologic time. A substantial hurdle is the difficulty of working out fossil ages. Scientists use carbon dating when determining the age of fossils that are less than 60,000 years old and that are composed of organic materials such as wood or leather. So, key terms: half-life, stratigraphy or stratigraphy, then radiocarbon dating. So, half-life, the time required for half-life of the nuclei in a sample of the specific isotope to undergo radioactive decay. म्हणजे पुरातन वस्तूंचं आयुष्य काढण्यासाठी लाईफ किंवा आयुष्यमान किती या वस्तूच्या किंवा ॲनिमलच्या काढण्यासाठी जे काही आपण कार्बन डेटिंग मेथड वापरतो त्याच्यामध्ये हाफ लाईफ डिके जी काही प्रोसेस आहे ती त्या कार्बनच्या आयसोटोप्सनुसार ठरवली जाते. दुसरं स्टॅटिग्राफी, द स्टडी ऑफ रॉक लेयर्स अँड लेअरिंग प्रोसेस. तो खडक कोणत्या प्रकारचे आहे, सेडिमेंटरी आहे का सॉईलचे आहे का सँडचे आहे का काय, त्याच्यावरून त्याचे आयुष्य ठरवलं जातं आणि ते किती लेयर्स आहेत त्याच्यावरनं त्याच्या टोटल लाईफ काढलं जातं किंवा मग हाफ लाईफ आहे. तिसरं आहे रेडिओ कार्बन डेटिंग. ही कार्बन डेटिंग मेथड जी आहे ही खूप चांगली आहे. C14 नावाचा कार्बन जो आहे आपण बघूया. अ मेथड ऑफ एस्टिमेटिंग द एज ऑफ ॲन आर्टिफॅक्ट or biological vestige based on the relative amounts of various isotopes of carbon present in the sample. त्या सॅम्पलमध्ये कार्बनचे जे प्रकार असतात त्या प्रकारांवरनं त्यांचे आयुष्य त्यांच्या आयसोटोप्सवरनं आणि रेडिओएक्टिव्ह डिकेवरनं काढलं जातं. ती पद्धत एखाद्या वेळेस दिली असेल सिलेबसला, आपण बघूया पुढे. डिटरमाइनिंग फॉसिल एजेस, बघा फॉसिलचे वय कसं काढतात. पॅलेंटॉलॉजी seeks to map out how life evolved across geologic time. A substantial hurdle is the difficulty of working out fossil ages. There are several different methods for estimating the ages of fossils, including stratigraphy, biostratigraphy, and carbon dating. So, in the past, geologists and paleontologists were able to make fairly accurate estimations of the ages of different rock strata and their fossil records by using the known rate of accumulation of salt in the oceans. Presently, rock deposits are dated largely by taking advantage of the fact that certain radioactive isotope elements or radioactive elements are transformed into other elements at rates which are slow and essentially unaffected by the pressure and temperature to which the rock has been subjected. For example, geologists standardly use uranium lead dating. जनरली शास्त्रज्ञ कुठली मेथड वापरतात कार्बन डेटिंगमध्ये? युरॅनियम लीड किंवा लेड डेटिंग. त्याच्यामध्ये डिवाइज्ड बाय बोल्टवूड 1907 1907मध्ये बोल्टवूडने ही मेथड डेव्हलप केलेली आहे टू एस्टिमेट द टाइम ऑफ सॉलिडिफिकेशन ऑफ रॉक, रेडिओएक्टिव्ह युरेनियम डिके स्पॉन्टेनियसली टू लीड. द हाफ लाईफ ऑफ युरेनियम इज अबाउट, हा आकडा आहे बघा. आता हे 3 आणि 2 लक्ष, दशलक्ष, कोटी, दशकोटी म्हणजे अब्ज बघा. म्हणजे जवळजवळ 4.5 अब्ज वर्षापूर्वी किंवा त्याहीपेक्षा जास्त कालावधीनुसार आपल्याला त्या फॉसिलचे वय युरेनियम कार्बन डेटिंग मेथडने काढता येतं बघा आपल्याला. सिन्स द युरेनियम ऑफ द अर्थ वॉज फॉर्म्ड 4 to 5 billion years ago, when the great pressure of the contracting dust cloud created thermonuclear heat, why should not all uranium measurement give the same age 4 to 5 billion years? बघा प्रश्नचिन्ह आहे तिथे. The answer lies in the difference between the radioactive decay in a solid and in a liquid. दोघांच्या सॉलिड आणि लिक्विडमधला रॅडिओएक्टिव्ह डिकेचा फरक काढायचा. In a liquid, the uranium is diluted, washed away, etc. But when liquid solidifies, the uranium it contains is not free to move and undergoes its decay into lead in a highly localized region, and the ration of uranium to its stable product. Leads indicate the time at which was added to the earth crust, and according to uranium lead method, the Precambrian rocks are the oldest and date back to about 300 million years. So recently, the transformation of radioactive potassium 40K to argon and rubidium to strontium, periodic table मधले elements आहेत, has been used in a similar way for dating fossil bearing rocks of any age and type. So 40K has a half-life of 1.3 billion years, and also because of its greater concentration in most rocks, it is more accurate method of by rock composition gave a result of 5 lakh years, whereas radioactive potassium dating method indicates an age of 17 lakh and 50,000 years, a most important difference considering the nature of the fossils. So relatively short period of geologic time are estimated by measuring the rate at which waterfalls recede upstream as they wear away the rocks over which they tumble, or by counting the annual deposits of clay on the bottom of ponds and lakes. So determination of age of rocks and fossils, generally called as radiometric dating. The fossil records helps us a lot to understand the evolutionary history of the earth, but for this purpose it becomes necessary to determine the relative ages of various layers of the earth's crust and fossils in it. Basically, the oldest layers are laid down first, the next eldest on top of them, and so on up to surface where today's organisms are living. But this natural sequence may be disturbed because of geological folding and uplifts. In such cases, it becomes difficult to interpret the correct sequence of various histological events. We must therefore have an absolute measurement of time to know precisely how long ago a certain event took place. Some radioactive methods have been evolved to estimate the accurate age of the fossils or the rocks in which they are contained. And the radioactive elements have unstable atomic nuclei that break down at a steady measurable rate and ultimately change into some more stable elements. तर हे जे काही रासायनिक चेंजेस आहेत त्या खडकांमध्ये किंवा त्यांच्या मिनरल्समध्ये किंवा मिनरलायझेशन प्रोसेसमध्ये, तर त्याप्रमाणे आपल्याला त्या खडकाच्या प्रकारावरनं किंवा त्या मिनरल्सच्या प्रकारावरनं किंवा त्याच्या अवतीभोवती असलेल्या घटकांवरनं त्याच्या फॉसिलचे एज काढता येते. सो दिस इज नोन ॲज रेडिओ क्लॉक मेथड. याला रेडिओ क्लॉक मेथडसुद्धा म्हणतात. अँड दिस मेथड इज ॲप्लिकेबल फॉर डिटरमाइनिंग द एज ऑफ इग्नियस रॉक. बघा, इग्नियस रॉक म्हणजे अग्निजन्य खडक जे आहेत त्यांच्यामध्ये रेडिओ क्लॉक मेथडने आपल्याला असलेल्या प्लांट्स किंवा ॲनिमल्सचं लाईफ काढता येतं. वेअर ॲज द फॉसिल्स आर कंटेन्ड इन सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स, स्तरीय खडक सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स, बट very often sedimentary rocks are associated with igneous rocks of approximately the same age, and therefore the age of igneous rock approximately infers the age of fossils. आणि हे दोघंही खडक एकाच एजमध्ये म्हणजे जुन्या ऐतिहासिक कालावधीमध्ये सापडत असल्यामुळे आणखी तो एक भ्रम निर्माण होतो. परंतु ते कन्फ्युजन क्लिअर करण्यासाठी आपण आपल्या पद्धतीने रेडिओएक्टिव्ह मेथड मदत करते. Several radioactive elements are used for this purpose. पहिलं, uranium lead method. Uranium lead method, many igneous rock contain lead. lead म्हणजे PB म्हणतो आपण, तर शिस म्हणतो आपण लेडला मराठीमध्ये. तर 206 Pb206 which is a stable isotope of lead derived from the disintegration of radioactive uranium 238. Uranium breaks down into lead at a very slow but constant rate, unaffected by the environmental changes. And within 4.5 billion years, the total amount of uranium is reduced to its half, and this time of disintegration is known as half life. आणि हे जे काही रेडिओ डिके होतं त्याचे जे काही डिके होत जातं त्याला डिसइंटिग्रेशन ऑफ इज नोन ॲज हाफ लाईफ, त्याचे हाफ लाईफ म्हणतात त्याला. बाय ॲक्युरेटली एस्टिमेटिंग द युरेनियम अँड लेड रेशो इन अ गिव्हन रॉक द एज कॅन बी कॅल्क्युलेटेड. म्हणजे त्या जुन्या ऐतिहासिक वस्तूमध्ये लेड आणि युरेनियम या दोघांचे आयुष्य काढलं की मधल्या फरकाने त्याचे जीवनमान किंवा तो कालावधी कोणत्या काळातला आहे ते काढता येतं. Okay, let us imagine that we have started with exactly 20 lakh atoms of uranium 238 by the end of 4.5 billion years. These will be reduced to 10 lakh atoms and the rest will be converted into lead 236. Thus, the half-life of uranium is 4.5 billion years. Again, after 4.5 billion years, this will be reduced to 5 lakh atoms of uranium, means 238. So, if the ratio of uranium is lead and to lead is accurately measured, the age of the rock can be estimated. And this method is applicable for determining the age of only very old rocks. So, this is the method used for only very old rocks. Second method is radioactive carbon method. The most informative and reliable method for determining the age of fossils up to 50,000 years, that is fossils of late Pleistocene and recent periods, is radioactive dating. It is based on the radioactive property of certain isotopes as carbon C14, uranium 235 and potassium 40 etc. यांच्यावरनं आपल्याला रेडिओक्टिव्ह कार्बन मेथडने वय 50,000च्या कालावधीच्या मधले त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त असतील तर मग आपल्याला युरेनियम मेथड वापरायला लागते. For the determination of the age of fossils, other radioactive materials are analyzed. So radioactive carbon C14 म्हणतात त्याला किंवा 14C म्हणतात त्याला, is a natural radioactive form produced in the atmosphere from the contact of naturally occurring 12C or C12 with UV light. It passes down a CO2-14 and enters plants and then animal materials. The ratio of C14 to C12 remains constant and during life because of the constant interaction of biological organisms with the environment. And upon death and fossilization, this ratio decreases as C14 and undergoes decay. आणि त्याचे decay सुरू होतं. It is possible therefore to determine when the fossilized individual lived by comparing its present C14 to C12 ratio और 14C किंवा 12C हा जो रेशो आहे यांच्यामधला याच्यावरून देखील आपल्याला ते लाईफ काढता येतं. With that usually maintained during life. So radioactive carbon has a half-life of about 5,568 plus or minus 30 years and can only be measured up to 25,000 years. 25,000 वर्ष वयाच्या कालावधीपर्यंतच मोजू शकतो आपण कार्बन डेटिंगने, or about 5 half-lives. And this limitation results because the amount of C14 in organisms is so small to begin with. So radioactive carbon dating, it was devised by Libby 1949, is excellent for the anthropological studies of early tribal civilizations, but not for the earlier strata. These radioactive isotopes change spontaneously to other usually non-radioactive form, and this phenomenon is known as radioactive decay. The rate of this radioactive decay is expressed as half-life period, that is, the time during which one half of the radioactive element decays or changes spontaneously to its decay product. If we know that the half-life of a given element and can measure the amount of radioactive isotope and its decay product in the rock, we can estimate accurately the age of that particular rock. and the rate of radioactive decay is not affected by external factors as weather, temperature, sunlight, etc. So it is this independence from environmental factors that makes radioactive decay an indispensable clock for measuring absolute time in the fossil record. A radioactive element can be detected and its amount can be determined with an instrument called mass spectrometer. So the half-life of various isotopes are given as follows. तर बघा हा टेबल दाखवला आहे. हिअर इन टेबल द हाफ लाईफ ऑफ व्हेरियस आयसोटोप्स आर बीन शोन. सो रेडिओएक्टिव्ह आयसोटोप्स कार्बन, uranium and potassium, C14, U20, 235 and K40. The decay period is C14, lead 207 and argon 14, and half-life in years is 573 into 10 raised to 1, 713 into 10 raised to 6 and 130 into 10 raised to 7. हा हाफ लाईफ आहे त्याच्या डिकेच्या. बघा यांच्या हाफ लाईफ किती भयंकर आहे बघा. इतक्या संथ गतीने यांचं डिके होत राहतं आणि त्याच्यावरून आपल्याला लाईफ काढता येतं ओल्ड थिंग्सच्या. मग ते ॲनिमल असो, प्लांट असो, रॉक असो किंवा आणखी काही असो. सो ऑफ दीज द C14 is the most important and useful isotope. C14 is very important and it also plays a key role in the decaying process of the living organisms, and as CO2 is assimilated in the structure. But C14 has comparatively shorter life period and gives a exact age of the rock. So archaeologists also use this for identification of the rocks and its life. So C carbon, C14 and C12, this both helps to identify the life of the rock or organism, and from the decaying period over time into nitrogen, farting and other particles are also being studied. So these are the two things that carbon dating method can date, and we can estimate the age of the living or the dead or the rocks, or we can say non-living material. We can identify the age of that particular thing. So I think we will I would like to concise here the speech of this today's lecture. We will continue in the next.